We are what we do in the grand theatre of life. This is a strong statement. According to the Stoic sage Marcus Aurelius, our actions carry more weight than our words. Motivation drives actions and feeling drives motivation. What happens when that spark goes out? How do we get ourselves to act? When ideas seem as far away as the stars, we've all had times when our electricity ran out. The reason our goals seem unattainable is that we lack the courage to pursue them. The drive is to go after them. In these times, Stoicism can help us find our way. The profound teachings of Stoicism encourage us to transcend our fluctuating emotions, and as the Stoic philosopher Sergius said, find a deeper, more stable drive within. These plans don't work because they don't have a goal when a man doesn't know what harbour wants. This isn't a call to set our goals, it's the right wind. This is a call to set our goals, set our sights on our own harbour, and bravely sail through the waves of life. Let's look at these 7 stern lessons together. Each one will teach you something. Let's examine the quiet way to improve DIY skills. Get out of a funk, make up your mind, and light the sparks of self-drive. The purpose of these lessons is to teach us how to act based on Stoic ethics. As we get stronger, we won't let our feelings get in the way of our goals. But before we do that, please listen to the whole thing without skipping anything. Take this wise advice and let the lessons on your path to self-discovery today guide you. It demonstrates how to develop personally and lead a life filled with loyalty. Make the first decision to hold yourself accountable for. The foundation of Stoic thought is self-control, which acts as a guide. Marcus Aurelius pushed us to act and reach our best potential. Being in charge of your own thoughts and actions as well as how you respond to life makes a significant difference. The best kind of freedom. When we practice self-discipline, we don't feel the chains around our necks of limits, but the wings of freedom push us to act, not based on our feelings, but with it makes sense to act. But how does self-discipline bring out this drive, move past the limits of silence? The first step is to understand our power. We possess the ability to manage our own lives and master our impulses through self-control. Making our fears and wants work for us is like having a steady hand that tells us how to get back on track when other things come up. Ensuring that our actions align with our higher ideals is crucial for our growth. Self-discipline means always going back to what is right and good. People should listen to the counsel of Epictetus, which emphasized the importance of consistently practicing charitable deeds. They become second nature. It's smart to think about your values every morning. Choose goals that align with your values and challenge your willpower in small steps. Over time, you can get better at self-regulation. With these daily acts of control, a person builds a strong character. Times of discipline mark the Stoics' path to self-discipline. It was difficult for Seneca to give up and start over. She had a deep understanding of, he said, that these trials have worth because they show us what kind of people we are. We become better and stronger when we confront our weaknesses in the fierce test of our determination. Self-discipline speaks to the strength of the human spirit, pushing us to do our best. We must always get back up after falling and remain committed to the path of improvement. Therefore, self-discipline is not merely a means to accomplish tasks. It's also a profound spiritual practice where we pledge to coexist peacefully with nature and our role within it. We have a quiet determination to act with honesty and keep the promises we made to ourselves and others, and to keep working hard toward our goals while thinking about the Stoic lessons of self-discipline that prompt us to consider how we decide to act. How can we align our daily actions? If we wish to cultivate the values we hold dear, let us bear this in mind. Self-discipline is the key to living up to our full potential and changing things. Self-discipline is what turns ideas into actions and goals into reality. Life guides us as we navigate through its wilderness. We have wise stoicism toward a future we make that is full of meaning, and Stoic thought is based on discipline, which helps people keep their cool. They can make smart choices and find peace of mind, just like the Stoics did. Freedom is only possible if you're strict with yourself and limit your desires. We equip our minds with the necessary tools to tackle life's challenges. With calm knowledge of how control works, knowing what you can and can't control is crucial. This prompts us to focus on aspects within our control, such as our emotions. Think and act in ways that remind you of the things you can change. Consider whether it's something you can alter during difficult time. Avoid trying to control what happens around you and focus on your response. Being self-disciplined means being aware of our own needs. Our thoughts and feelings can help us figure out what makes us respond automatically. Think about your day, or write. Keep track of your thoughts and deeds in a book. Consider the reasons behind your actions and reflect on them. Use what you've learned, even if it goes against your morals and long-term goals. Accept your pain and make better decisions. Socrates saw problems and pain as chances to grow by choosing to go through them. By putting ourselves through pain, we get stronger and more durable. This could mean that you take cold baths, don't eat, or work during the day. Over time, these habits will help you get used to being uncomfortable. You'll be better prepared to handle bigger issues if you make your interests and goals clear. Having standards and goals helps us stay on track and stay with things that are in line with our long-term goals. When we write down our long-term goals, we are less likely to give in to urges or other things that distract us. Set goals and break them down into steps you can follow. Group your tasks together. Make sure to monitor your work closely. If you need to stay on track, make changes to your plans. This will help you improve your patience. If we want to be in control, we must be patient and able to follow our rules. Thomas taught that people should stick to their goals even when things go wrong. For personal growth and happiness, do something even when things get tough. Setting reasonable goals for remembering that your growth will make you more calm when things go wrong. You should remind yourself that difficulties are a normal part of the trip. Stay with your goals and look at every problem as a chance to get stronger in your determination. According to Stoic ideas, developing discipline involves learning self-control, getting to know yourself better, being okay with discomfort, and setting clear goals are all important. Doing these things every day can help you become more patient and persistent. Train your mind to stay focused so you can deal with life's problems with grace and strength. Putting things off and being lazy. Putting things off and being lazy are two things often block our path to virtue and wisdom, and they're not just problems with our jobs, but they're also getting in the way of our growth. As rational and as decent people, we choose the path that requires the least amount of trouble because it is simpler. This implies that when we wait, give in and make concessions, our greatest potential suffers in the background. Too much work can easily lead us off track and away from our goals. The distant spectres, always visible, never strayed too far away. In the Stoic culture, there is a powerful method for overcoming this. Delaying tasks and being indolent are not hidden realities. In fact, Stoicism itself is founded on the notion that the present moment is we only have the power to choose the harder right over the easier wrong at this moment. Marcus Aurelius taught us to live each day as if it were our last, telling us that death doesn't wait, so we shouldn't either when we do our good. It was clarity's unique traits that taught us that he told us that we control our lives and that our actions define us. It is important to recognize detrimental habits such as procrastination and laziness. We make decisions that contradict our inherent goodness and limit our potential. We must break these habits. We should see pain as a friend and a way to grow, and we should do our work with awareness and purpose. He gave advice that emphasized the fleeting nature of life and the foolishness of postponing tasks. We take precautions to prevent theft of our goods, but we allow others to steal our time without getting caught in order to fight this Seneca. This suggests a well-organized life with daily plans and distractions identified. They are thieves, so to stop putting things off and being lazy, we must develop a tough attitude. We must view discipline not as a burden but as an opportunity. To be free, we have to practice mindfulness and give each job our full attention. The most important thing is to remember that our time is limited and that each moment is precious. We can transform a wasted moment into virtue and success when we break free from idleness. Let's stick to the Stoic rules of life with a purpose. Let your mind drive your actions. And the never-ending search for virtue. By doing this, we not only put things off and being lazy, but also step into the fuller expression of our potential and get closer to the third ideal of the noble and wise Stoic sage is to form noble habits. Habit in the garden of Stoic thought, where virtue and knowledge grow. Building up beneficial habits shows how much we can change and improve them. Our daily habits and routines are more than just actions. They show how deeply we care about ourselves and the world around us. They're what hold us together. Each stitch is a step toward our full potential and creating a positive life. What are these beneficial habits that the Stoics preach so strongly? They are acts that are in things that make sense to us and are good for our health, like being mindful of gratitude and kindness is a disciplined practice. We possess the knowledge to be strong in tough situations and a commitment to fairness and honesty in our actions. Business deals are the habits that make the soul stronger and hold the key to the endless. Weave these beneficial habits into our lives in wise and peaceful realms. To live our lives, we must first decide to do so continuously. Thought shows us that excellence is not a thing we do, but a habit we need to start every day with. The goal of demonstrating these traits is to take time to think and do thoughtful things. Learn the ideas and take care of our minds and bodies, said Epictetus, who was very realistic. We believe that growth, not perfection, is the path to virtue, so we strive toward it. We keep positive habits not because we want to be perfect, but because each small step helps us become better people. We are striving to keep coming back to these routines even when we don't feel like it. The discovery of growth serum also highlights the significance of time in our lives. He advises us to maintain our most valuable tool when practicing beneficial habits. We should be very careful with our time and spend it on things that make us stronger instead of things that hurt us. Make sure that our good habits aren't just things we want to do, but things we do every day. Following Stoics' advice will help you form beneficial habits. We promise to make our lives more like those of virtue through careful action and thought. Our potential becomes a reality as we strive to incorporate these habits into our lives. Let's keep in mind that every day represents a new beginning for our work and an opportunity to make progress. These habits will not only add stoicism to your character, it will motivate us to take action, but it will also lead to a happy, meaningful life. Peace. Let this be our guide and motivation to wake up every day. They help us feel like our best selves. What positive habits have you developed, and what positive outcomes have resulted from them? Please share your Stoic lessons and stories in the comments section. Stoics developing beneficial habits is the most crucial action you can take. We can change our lives and build a strong foundation. We can grow as people if we always act in positive ways and do positive things. We will discuss the importance of incorporating healthy habits into your daily life and provide guidance on how to begin. Now that you're ready, list some important values and beliefs, the qualities that are most important to you, like fairness, bravery, knowledge, and moderation. If applicable, list specific actions you've taken that demonstrate these traits. If you think that being temperate is important, then eating with care might be a beneficial habit to add to it. Start small and keep it up. Start with small habits that you can handle to avoid worry. It's more important to be every day for 5 minutes is better than once a week for an hour. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Start a thankfulness journal and write down things you're grateful for every day. Pay attention to signs and triggers that help you form new habits. Use a familiar activity to help you remember to practice the new habit. Do it after brushing your teeth in the morning to boost awareness. Keep track of your progress and think about it. Write down your habits or use an app to keep track of them. Consider how these habits impact your life every day, and if necessary, implement changes at the end of the day. Every week, look over what you wrote in your notebook and note any changes. Just remember to be kind to yourself and keep going. It takes time. It's important to establish positive habits, acknowledging the possibility of failure along the journey. If you're having a difficult day or feeling overwhelmed, remember to treat yourself with kindness and pay attention. If you miss a workout, don't feel awful about it. Instead, focus on getting back on track. Tomorrow, plan an easier workout to get back on track. It takes time, it takes drive, and a desire to get better in order to make beneficial habits stick. You can slowly build a positive life by doing small, steady things that are in line with what you believe in. To get to the top, never forget your core values. The silent way is, it's not about being perfect, but about getting better and wanting to grow. 4. Life is a journey where problems can always transform into opportunities. On this trip, we turned many problems into quilts, and each soul travels this road in its own unique way. Some people give up when things get tough, while others step up to the task. To see these problems as chances to grow as people, Stoicism tells us to think and act in a certain way. Reading about Epictetus's birth was a moving experience. Time and chains bound him as a slave. These limits gave him a lot of freedom in his mind, will, and heart. Epicurus didn't just go through difficult times, he turned them into lessons that teach us how to live. How we handle the ups and downs of life decides how wise we become. The problems we face, not the settings they put us in, are what make us who we are. One of the main ideas of Stoic thinking is that trouble shouldn't be run away from. I avoided them, yet they welcomed me as the strictest and most honest teacher ever. Every problem has a solution that is just as good or better. How can we use this old lesson when we're facing a problem, you wise people? We should stop and ask ourselves if this is a chance to get better at being patient and strong. Understanding that every challenge forces us to grow and go beyond what we think are our boundaries is crucial. We should also follow this Stoic principle to bring out our hidden potentials. It helps not only the person but also those around them by showing them the way to courage, growth, and unwavering dedication to personal growth, so that as you face the natural challenges of life, brother, don't forget what Epictetus told us about being quiet. Girls view every problem as an opportunity to succeed rather than as a chance to fail. Grow and inspire the people around you through all of life's challenges. People who are strong enough to look for it will find a gift. Seize these opportunities as they present themselves. They are what show who you really are. Life will always present challenges, some of which can be extremely difficult, whether they are unforeseen events, workplace issues, or interpersonal conflicts. If you adopt a Stoic mindset, these problems can be viewed as opportunities. We can change how we think about things and get better by following the quiet way of life. By following these rules, we can see problems as opportunities and capitalize on them. Making things bigger, smarter, and more durable is crucial. Stoics believe that how you handle your circumstance is more important than what happens. That's important, Epictetus, meaning how we see if our approach to problem solving alters the effectiveness of our solutions. Consider solutions to problems as opportunities to learn and earn more money. Think about what you can change. You control your mind, not the other way around. The Stoics know this, and you will be strong, Marcus. Pay attention to what you can change about your thoughts and behaviors. Because of this, you can better control how you deal with problems and come up with beneficial solutions. That problem can teach you. Aristotle said that problems make the mind stronger. This quote by Seneca means that difficult times can teach us a huge amount. Every challenge is a chance to learn something new, get better, and understand important things about ourselves. By facing struggle, you can become stronger and more skilled. Learn to accept what is Stoic. Accept the things that fate has bound you to, and love the people that destiny has brought together. Do that with all your heart, Marcus Aurelius said, referring to agreeing to something. Doesn't mean giving up. It means facing the truth and making peace with it. When we accept the things we can't change, we can focus on the things we can change instead of the things we can't change. Having a reason to live lets you handle most hows. Viktor Frankl says that Stoicism is the key to understanding and finding value in life. Finding a reason for our problems can help us persevere, even when we fail. Understanding the bigger picture makes us more determined to solve our problems. Bad things will always happen, but they don't have to make you feel lost. Being calm can help us use these problems as chances to learn and grow. If we have the right attitude, a sense of control, and an understanding of how things work, problems can turn into opportunities. And a reason to live, we can also get better and stronger from our Martial 5. Start with a small step. It's strange that even the biggest events start with a small step. Stoicism teaches us that every journey begins with a single, small step. We remember the lesson of start small every time we want to make a change or start a new path. Taking small steps not only helps you say yes, but it also breaks down seemingly impossible tasks. Break it down into manageable pieces. Let's look at Zeno's life. Citium, who is known as the father of Stoicism, didn't start his philosophical journey with big ideas or big statements. Changes began with a single step into a shop that deeply moved him. Socrates wrote his works and took the first small step toward making a theory that would impact generations this size. However, a crucial step established the foundation for Stoicism. Taking small steps really does mean understanding that any progress is good. Understanding that we don't have to do something big begins with something small. Find the entire road before we embark on our trip. Each little step is that it shows we're willing to keep going even if the end goal isn't in sight. This way, we accept the Stoic value of progress, which seems very far away. It helps to know that every little thing you do goes toward a bigger goal. We can save time and stress by breaking down the impossible into the doable. If we pay attention to the next step, we're more likely to take it. The next step builds momentum. This is an intriguing and useful thought. In real life, don't let the size of your goals scare you. Instead, think about what you want to focus on the present and not the uncertain future. Ask yourself, what is the smallest step I can take right now? And do it. This is a lesson on how to be strong with an open heart. Don't be scared of how. Let the simplicity of the beginning push us, no matter how big our goals are. We build a base for our future selves with every step we take. It also demonstrates our bravery and commitment. The Stoic Road. As you contemplate the duration of your journey, bear in mind that beginning has a lot of power. Let every small step be a celebration and an opportunity. This is a bold statement of your skills and resolve in the activity world. Sixth, figure out your purpose. The will to take a step can be more important than its size. How do we find our real reason for living? This question has come up. This question frequently arises over the years, and Stoicism provides a profound response. To understand the essence of strength through virtue, examine the life of Co the Younger. His unwavering commitment to honesty makes him a stern example of virtue. While Rome is going through some rough times politically, being fair and brave is a test of how to find value in life. Life was a mix of acts that were deeply rooted in Stoic ideas that show how virtue forms our goals and makes us act even when things are bad. Developing virtue means making sure that our acts are the worst they can be. We must ask ourselves to do what's right, not what makes us feel good in the short term or what other people think. Are the things I do shaping who I am? Am I living in line with my core values? By looking inside, we can find our true mission, which is linked to we learn about our values when we base our actions on virtue. It's no longer about getting ahead in the outside world. It's about making a change for the better, growing as people, and living a life that aligns with our deeply held beliefs and is what motivates people to persevere. Strong over time. For example, when Kay faced impossible odds, his unflinching, virtue-based, he didn't act based on the chance of what might happen. Goal drove him. They weren't afraid of success or loss, but rather they genuinely wanted to do what was right. The lesson from Stoics makes us think about what we do every day and how they fit with our beliefs. As the Stoics taught us, by living a meaningful life, we must make decisions that show our commitment to virtue. Virtue gives our lives value and direction by helping us grow in virtue. Not only can we improve our own lives, but we also inspire those around us to follow suit. Show us the path to honesty, bravery, and wisdom, and encourage us to act without hesitation. We're not doing this out of duty, but because we truly want to live by our morals. So let's take this opportunity, take this lesson to heart, and work to make our purpose match our positive qualities. Giving us a strong drive will push us to act with conviction, and a key idea of Stoic thought is to live meaningfully. Doing beneficial things can help you find your purpose. The Stoics believed that being upright would make you truly happy. Stoics believed that morality means living in harmony with nature. Show understanding, courage, fairness, and moderation when you match him. These traits allow you to face life's challenges with strength and clarity, and always learn about the 4 most important virtues in order to find happiness and value in your life. To gain understanding, strive to learn and comprehend. Use your mind and what you know to help you make decisions. You should be brave and smart when you face your fears and problems. It may be hard, but you should do it. Do the right thing every time and treat other people with care. Try to make the world and your neighborhood a better place. Temperance. Get in charge, take care of yourself, and use balance to stay in check and keep your life from going too far. Take the time to think about what you value and what your core beliefs are. What are your true beliefs and how do they align with your values? Stoics believe that regular reflection helps you stay true to your goals, and this guides your actions and your decision-making process. Set favorable goals. You should set temperance, understanding, courage, and justice-based goals. Your goals are important to you and will help others every day. Getting better. Always try to get better by taking small, steady steps. Take steps to develop positive habits, such as writing, that demonstrate your commitment. Engaging in daily meditation or reading intellectual works can be beneficial. You should see problems and obstacles as chances to learn and grow. Take the time to live out and improve your values. Have an approach that sees problems as chances to learn and grow, shows that you want to live a good life. The Stoic ideal of having a useful and happy life is in line with, if you want to find your meaning through virtue, take on the 4 cardinal traits. Think about your values, make some positive goals, and work on yourself every day. If you see problems as chances to learn and grow, you will build a strong foundation. you can achieve a truly satisfying sense of purpose by following these 7 steps. In a world that is always busy, it can seem difficult to ease your stress. Busy with noise and other things that need your attention, Stoic thinking. On the other hand, some argue that adopting a minimalist lifestyle can lead to a more focused, peaceful, and happy life. Life is about making room for things you don't need. When it comes to the things that matter, quality is more important than quantity. If you're pleased with what you have, get rid of things and clean up your room. Start by not getting rid of unnecessary items. Clear your mind and body, and ensure your room is prepared to have a sense of peace and order. Keep your living and working spaces clean and well organized. Figure out what's important to you and pay attention to the people and things that make you happy. If you agree to things that are against your values or goals, setting up a daily routine can improve your time management skills and do less internet stuff so you feel less stressed. Cut down on the time you spend in front of a screen and watch how much time you spend on social media. Email and other digital distractions intentionally employ technology. You should only keep the apps and tools that make your life better. This is called digital minimalism. Avoiding new debt and living within your means makes debt relief easier. You can simplify money management by making and sticking to a budget. Spend your money on events instead of things and don't try to collect them. Invest your money on items that will endure a lifetime and acknowledge your uniqueness. Engaging in mindfulness exercises in the present moment facilitates action of things that help you be more aware, like yoga, meditation, or just nature. Don't think about the past or the future. Instead, pay attention to the present. Enjoy the small things in life and express gratitude for them. Right now, making your life simpler doesn't mean giving up things. It means you can live a meaningful and peaceful life by making important and less stressful choices. Clean up your space, make a list of objectives, and stay away from digital distractions. Be careful and keep your funds simple. As the Stoics once stated, keep in mind what the Stoics say. What matters is not how many things you have, but how useful they are. Why do Stoics want to live an easier life? How does this help people? Request our assistance. Streamlining your life is more than just a simple task. Your soul is urging you to simplify and tidy up your surroundings. Peel back the layers of unnecessary desires to gain clarity on what truly matters. In the world of simplicity, we find the deep truth that simplicity is the most complex case. The most complex case involves Marcus Aurelius, the former Roman emperor who engaged in combat. Despite the difficulty of his tasks and his wealth, he embodied the virtue of simplicity. Despite having many options, he chose to live a life based on Stoic beliefs that were focused on simple things like duty and inner peace, or what his thoughts show he saw clarity in. They lived simply because they understood that a life filled with unnecessary items isn't worth living. By eliminating the things that aren't important to you, you can stay focused on your real goal. Taking action toward your goals can boost productivity. Focusing on what's important and letting go of the rest helps us make our goals clear. Inspires and drives us to act, not on a whim or while we're busy, but with a simple life. Each action is more meaningful when done with purpose and meaning. Something is powerful when done with full attention and purpose. The actions we take truly reflect our identity and our desire to lead a fulfilling life. Being simple doesn't mean having less stuff just for the sake of having less stuff. Making a place inside and outside of yourself that supports good. When it comes to behavior, it's about making sure that there aren't too many distractions in your life. You always make the right choice, and everything you do has a reason. Let us learn from Marcus Aurelius and do what the Stoics say. Make things easier. By taking this step, we can create a life that isn't based on chaos, but on the clarity of simplicity. This way, we make sure that they live their lives by the Stoic ideal, which means they find beauty in simplicity. At the very least, but a deep way to live a deeply important and purposeful life, we recently returned from a significant journey together, during which we acquired 7 rigorous lessons on effective communication. Get yourself to do what these lessons from ancient wisdom say, lights that guide us to a life of meaning and action. Every lesson, from learning to be self-disciplined to accepting that life is simple, is a step toward taking charge of our own lives and making the world a better place for us. I urge you, my dear friends, don't just think about these ideas if you want to live by them. Take these lessons from Stoicism and use them to make things that bring you happiness, peace, and personal growth. Your heart propels you forward, transforms your challenges into opportunities, and guides you. If you think this talk is deep and helpful, it will help you live a positive life with value. Like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment with your ideas. Tell your friends about our show if you're new and want to see more. We'll see you in the next lessons for more deep Stoicism that will help you grow.